professionals. I see also people from other countries. I see Canada. So thank you very much for being with us today. It's a Friday afternoon. I know how challenging it is. And I would like to thank also Fadi Sinsa Nathalie and the chef of Fondation Mondiale, Madame Fadel, for the opportunity, for always actually seeking to design and present and just put sustainability and climate change on the forefront. I'll share my screen to start, and please, as Fadi said, this is a very interactive presentation. If you have questions, please feel free to interrupt, to raise hands. I'll be more than happy to stop. So whether you're a professional, an NGO worker, a teacher, a student, you've probably heard about climate change at some point, and you tried to engage in a discussion, and it wasn't maybe very smooth. A lot of technicalities usually are involved in the climate change talks. There are a lot of concepts, a lot of acronyms, and this is why today we are here to see how we can as a community engage more in climate change discussions, how this is related to our work here in Lebanon. What is the Paris Agreement? What's the big fuss about it? And what are the opportunities as future professionals, current or future professionals, under a climate change era? Just to start to pick your brains a little bit, let's start with the basics of climate change. And I'm sure you hear a lot of stories. Climate change is not real. This is something historical. It's a natural process that happens. So I want to test your knowledge first and debunk together some climate myths that you may have heard of. So I will invite you to take a survey now. Fadi will share a survey. Just to try to respond by true or false to the poll, and we'll see how much you know. I'll give you 1 minute.
Can you see the poll?
Yes, I can.
So we invite all the participants to answer these questions.
Yes.
Please, if you can answer the questions, we have already 5 answers. We need much more.
6, good. More?
Excellent. So we have already like 20 answers over 64. They are answering. We'll wait for a few minutes.
So I can see good answers. We have a good crowd today. 3 minutes will close. 3 seconds, through Fadi.
Yeah, like 2-3 seconds because they are answering.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the results.
So the results, I can see true, climate has changed before, true. We can barely predict weather. How can we predict climate change? False. It's the sun's activity. False, not bad. Humans survived past climate changes, and human face extinction as climate change intensifies. Great, so let's debunk these myths and let's see if you were correct. Climate has changed before. True, as you all said, climate reacts to whatever forces it comes, and Climate did change before. However, this past decade, 2010, 2020, was the hottest on record. And by the way, every year we have the hottest year on record, so which is not a very good sign. If I can share with you some scientific facts, if you can see here, this is a graph that shows the changes in temperature over the past 1,000 years. And as you can see on the bottom line, you see the carbon emissions, and the orange, the red-orange push is when fossil fuels, is after the Industrial Revolution, when fossil fuels started to be used at a large level. And then you can see how the CO2 concentration and temperature changes follow the trend. They follow the trend, and this trend we have never seen in history. The planet has never seen such an increase in temperature through the history, through the last for 20,000 years, but also most probably for the past 20 million years. So although climate did change before, it has never changed that much as what we are witnessing today. It's true, a lot of people say, well, these scientists, it's all based on science, it's not correct. If I cannot predict the weather in 10 days, how can I predict climate? And it's false, because weather forecast and climate models are two different things. Weather forecast, usually weather is what you see outside your window, right? And it's very, very precise, very accurate. They analyze the 24 hours past the day that they want to project the weather. Climate change, when we want to build on climate models and predict climate change, project climate change, we base ourselves on years and years and years of temperature and precipitation data. And we have very sophisticated climate models that can project that if we continue at this level of emissions, where we would arrive. Also, a lot of climate skeptics say that it's the changes in the sun's activity that are causing the warming. You know, they say also dinosaurs. So the last time dinosaurs got extinct because of the changes in the sun activity. It's true that there's changes in sun activity, and it rises and falls across an 11-year cycle. However, what we've witnessed is that temperature has been rising steadily for a century. So the sun's activity was not enough to regulate these increases in temperature. Humans did survive past climate changes, but mostly, by the way, they were cold ones, and they are very far distant in our past. There's no record of humans having survived warm climatic changes. However, I don't agree with you that humans face extinction because of climate change. I think actually scientists think that the human nature is much more resilient than this. That through technology, through breakthroughs, through digitization, and now even the exploration of Mars and other planets, we will not be extinct. However, it will be very hard, especially for the poorest of the societies, the poorest section of the society. It will be very hard for them to survive, let alone to thrive in a world under climate change. So scientists think that it will probably take much more than this to wipe us out from the planet. So I think we agree that you all responded correctly. We disagree just on one fact. Let's now just test your knowledge about what are the main sources of greenhouse gas emissions. And for this, I would like you all to go to the chat box and click on the link where you can write your own opinion. What are, in your opinion, the main sources of greenhouse gas emissions? So please in the chat box, and so that we can see live your answers.
So you can click on the link on the chat box, or you can use your cell phone too to access to WooClap. On this address, you will find a question and you can answer it. I will be sharing the results.
So the question was, in your opinion, what are the main causes of greenhouse gas emissions?
You can see the screen, you can see the answers.
Yes, I can't really read them. It's pixelized. So Fadi, if you can share.
I will stop sharing and share it again because I can't see it.